Tonight, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Washington football team taking on the New York Giants.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New York Giants. Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Kaepernick now to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught by Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, Kaepernick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll drop to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
But give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. Throwing, Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Kaepernick now on first down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. To throw, Kaepernick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Second and 12. To throw is Kaepernick. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones is going to fire one deep over the middle. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Now Jones. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A handoff to Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. Touchdown, Giants. Stephon Sullivan from 13 yards out. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kaepernick going to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary. Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Open man right side is Tony. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and touchdown, Kadarius Toney from 19 yards away. And the Giants are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 28-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Pushing his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That's out to the flat for Gibson. It'll go down a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw caught by Tony. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. So we reach halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll find the tight end, Sullivan, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson gets around him. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 49. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A run with Fournette there, so push this forward for about 4 on 1st down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 38, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now Leonard Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Giants open the lead up to 34-0. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Kaepernick will try again on second down. And Thomas has it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Got an open man. Finds Gibson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Thomas has got it. Complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Throwing now is Kaepernick. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Kaepernick. And that'll be complete to the running back Gibson. And him upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Kaepernick looking to throw. 3rd and 2. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it second down. Now Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Open receiver, that's Caden Smith, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Kaepernick again. Quick slant to Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. Jones on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
There we go, baby. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by the former Giant Landon Collins. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Now they get a fourth. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just